time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by Adventure Cave Tours. Live a day in the life of a real adventurer with Adventure Cave Tours. And the Springfield Greene County Park Board, reminding you to go play. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
And good morning to you on Monday. Hope your weekend was great. Too short as always, but here we are on Monday, trying to get the week off to a good start.
All right, here's some news for you. If you drove around town this weekend at all, you already know this. But if you didn't, brace yourself this morning. I really hope that you don't forget this by the end of the podcast because it is the most impactful story. Work is still underway at the interchange at Highway 60 and 65 in Springfield. So crews fixing that sinkhole underneath James River Freeway, kind of as you're coming up on Glenstone. That means that all westbound lanes and ramps are closed and will be for several more days, at least through Friday, if not longer, depending on what they find underneath the road or what they don't find underneath the road. Hopefully they don't find any more sinkhole, but they might. And this weekend, traffic was pretty crazy. So that means today is going to be, it's going to take a minute. So be patient. No road rage. Just be patient. Just know that you need to add some time.
I was out of town all weekend, but I'll have to drive that this morning. If you're coming from Rogersville on 60, could you go straight through on 60
No.
into? They're blocking the whole thing off.
You couldn't this weekend. And yeah, I mean, the press release on MoDOT's website says all westbound lanes and ramps.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all. All means all.
Yeah, I think all
Yikes.
means all. So, I mean, MoDOT's website, there you go. That's what it
It's
says.
already been a couple of days. I hope they get that done quickly. I know they're trying, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, they're on it. There were crews all weekend long. But if you think about a sinkhole under a major thoroughfare when people are going 70 or whatever, I think it's 60, actually. 60 right there. Coming
They're
from
going
65.
70.
Yeah. Anyway, whew, watch out. All right, this is interesting. Home invasion over the weekend in Springfield. Officers say a man entered a home on South Broadway and assaulted people there, then left with the victim's motorcycle. You know, Springfield police told us last week to be watching out for any two-wheeled rides because they have been being stolen. So we don't know if this person knew the homeowners or not, but they got away with a motorcycle. They tried to stop it. Officers tried to stop it, but the driver got away. They also then had canine officers on the case during what became a pursuit of sorts, but we still don't have any word yet if they arrested the guy.
Springfield police are warning you to watch out for panhandlers who apparently now using children to try to pull at heartstrings. Springfield police say there's a group of panhandlers that are standing at quarters with children with them, and the kids may or may not belong to them, which is odd. SPD says you should think twice before you give because they're dealing with a group of panhandlers that officers say are essentially exploiting women and children for their cause. So you can make up your own decision in the moment. Tonight is a significant city council meeting. Some big decisions to be made. First, we told you about the possible rate increase on utilities, which is likely coming. Springfield City Council will decide on that, whether CU can raise electric rates. Expect that they will. For the average customer, each increase over the next 3 years, there's 3 of them over the next 3 years, translates to about $5 extra per month. Also at council, a final vote on whether to bring 19 intersections in Springfield up to speed with the Americans with Disabilities Act. This would include improvements along National, Sunshine, Battlefield. It would mean better new sidewalks, curbs, signals, and more. Price tag is big, but much of it would be covered, we're told, by federal grants, so that federal taxpayer money. Keep you posted on what decisions the city council makes at tonight's meeting. So a big meeting tonight.
It is a big meeting. Yeah, we'll have to track both of those decisions. Interestingly, I run a lot on the sidewalks in Springfield, all over Springfield, because we like to vary our route by a long shot. And I will tell you that where there are the new sidewalks and the new crossings or newer that are ADA compliant, it is so nice because it's impressive. You push the button. And I know a lot of people already know this, but if you're not on the sidewalks a lot, when you push the button, it'll tell you like Campbell is a red light. Stay put. wait. And then but it's like a human voice, like a real, not even a robotic voice, a human voice. And I like it because then it'll say, green light on Campbell. It's time to cross, like I don't know. Anyway,
I wish I would have gotten that voiceover gig. I didn't know that was an opening.
my friends and I talked about that. I was like, Ethan should be the voice on the light. Seriously, though.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Oh, it's funny.
That'd be fun.
All right. This next story, not funny at all. 70 workers, so 70 real live bodies, and then 130 total positions at Ozarks Healthcare are no more. The big hospital system says it is reducing some full-time workers and then some full-time equivalent positions, which don't have workers right now, all due to inflation and the higher cost of operating. The hospital says 30 of the positions were vacant. Another 30 were changing from full-time to part-time. But it is actually 70 employees who were let go at the main campus there in West Plains. Hospital leader said in a press release, in part, quote, our labor cost and supply cost have just continued to rise in the last 2 years. So we have to start making financial decisions so that we can still provide services. So, interestingly, many rural counties in our area rely on Ozarks Healthcare. They serve a big area, South Central Missouri, Northern Arkansas. Their biggest campus is in West Plains, which is Howell County. Is that Howell County? Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of people.
Well, that's a shame. You hate to see any positions cut anywhere. So that's a shame.
All right. Now to this, it was small, but I say significant because of the location. An earthquake hit super early Saturday morning in southeast Missouri, specifically, you guessed it, on the New Madrid fault line.
New Madrid.
Yeah. New Madrid.
New Madrid.
Nope. New Madrid. Are you sure you're right?
I'm from St. Louis. I worked in St. Louis News. It's New Madrid fault line.
Okay. Only because you're St. Lucian. It was about 6 miles north of New Madrid. It registered at a 2.9 magnitude. So not a lot of people felt it, but they say, this is from the DNR's website, the Department of Natural Resources. It says, while not nearly as well known for earthquakes as California or Alaska, the New Madrid seismic zone is the most active seismic area in the U.S. east of the Rocky Mountains. And according to the DNR, some scientists believe the probability of a large one is about 10% in 50 years.
Yeah, we've been talking about that. I mean, when I grew up in St. Louis, so I've heard about that my whole life. And they think it's going to be a very, very large earthquake there at some point. It's a major fault line. And well, I mean, we've done earthquake training here. Springfield is one of the relief cities for people to come and to send relief whenever it happens.
Oh,
So,
yeah. But it's been a long time, right? I feel like I
Well,
haven't seen
it's been a long time
anything
since we
on
covered
like the
that.
training. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was several years ago. But yeah, they plan for it as best you can, and it's a matter of time, they think.
Yeah. I just thought it was interesting because when I saw it, and I mean, it was small, not a lot of people felt it, but you just see where, and then it's like, because like I'm not from St. Louis, but I've also heard that it could be a big one someday there. So anyway,
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, if you feel like there's a bit of a haze in the air, you are correct. There is smoke from wildfires coming all the way from Canada, making its way down here in the Ozarks. Air quality was only at moderate this time because of smoke. The last time we had wildfire smoke here, it was worse than that. You may recall that. Authorities called the air quality unhealthy at that point. Now it's just moderate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So heads up, you could have allergies or breathing problems, and that is only going to exacerbate the problem.
All right. Well, we will see where this goes, but you remember, because we laughed about it, the federal government cracking down on gas stoves inside houses and restaurants. And I got to be honest, I think we made fun. I think we laughed, and I think we said, are you kidding me? Honestly, a lot of people did. But here's what's fascinating. The NPR, which has great journalists, apparently did some of their own research, and they sent a reporter out. They said that gas stoves do emit nitrogen dioxide into your kitchen. And after 12 minutes, the journalist found that the levels were 60% higher than the levels recommended by the World Health Organization. So very interesting, because the final decision on that ban is still really in the court system because it was appealed. Even though, federal government is going to trump the state law, city laws, but still it is in court on appeals because there's lots of associations, like restaurant associations, coming against the ban. But I got to give it to the NPR, because I remember thinking, this is ridiculous. This is crazy. But then, I don't know. It's kind of fascinating that it's apparently not the healthiest in your kitchen or in a restaurant or even in the air quality, so to speak.
I'll take my chances.
Okay. I had a feeling,
My grandma,
Mr. Foreheads, that you would take your chances. I'm
my
not
grandma lived
shocked.
my grandma lived her whole life cooking with gas, and she lived to a healthy old age.
Okay.
So I'll take.
There
my
you
chances.
have it, right here. Anecdotal information.
You got it. I'll take my chances.
All righty, everybody. Don't forget the very first story, which was watch out at the 6065 interchange. So there you go. All westbound lanes and ramps closed, which means traffic elsewhere might be nuts.
Yeah.
Brace
It's
yourself.
going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess, hopefully, for not too much longer. But they blocked out the whole week, so be prepared.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you very much. Share it with your friends, and then meet us right back here tomorrow morning. Have a good day.
All right. Bye-bye.